Hey, what's up, YouTubers, day traders, and market participants? Your boy Will is back with another episode in my gym clothes, but sitting is the new smoking. If you know where that's from, go ahead and leave a one in the chat. But without further ado, Will is back, guys. And when there's a will, there's a way. So I hope you guys stay tuned. I got some great stock picks that I mentioned in last videos that are starting to run. I'm going to revisit them just for a quick second because if somebody got into them, I'm just going to let you know where my head's at. New positions that I just took today. Market was kind of quiet. It was slow. It was building up. I think we're gonna wait for NVIDIA earnings, obviously, before we really start making some moves. So the semis might actually make a move tomorrow in anticipation for the earnings. So I added a little to my AMD position. But also remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold anything. I'm telling you what I'm doing. All right. So without further ado, let's get into the charts.
I realize that screaming pain, cheering loud in my brain.
All right, guys. So let's start off with the SPY, which I was spot on. I was mentioning that we stayed above the 8 moving average here, which is the blue line. We kind of just came straight to it, held it, and then also even took over the candle previously before it. So now we have engulfed previous day's data. So that looks very good. Hopefully, we get this blow off top and we see 648, then 650. That is what I'm seeing for the SPY. We might even see that before NVIDIA, or we see 648 by tomorrow, and then NVIDIA comes out, crushes it. We hit 650, but then it's kind of a sell off day. I could see that happening as well, right? But let's get into one of the positions that I mentioned in last video is SMR. SMR woke up today. It was moving. It did good. In the beginning of the day, it was up like 5%, which was very good. Then it reversed because it's kind of volatile. But I still think we are okay. We still are above the 34 bucks, and that is the blue line right here. So we're still in a good spot. On the weekly, it still looks good. If it can just get back up here, it doesn't even have to get to 39, but SMR still looks good. If it starts coming down to breaking 34 and going under 34, I would be a little nervous, but I still like the overall this kind of area right here as basically a nice spot to pick it up and see where we go unless market conditions change, right? So I do still like SMR. Another one I mentioned to you guys was NNE, right? I was talking about it, and today another blow off day for it. Very, very well. Um, Very, very well played here. You can see we're here on this moving average. We held it very well, and we just pushed up from it. And then yesterday I was telling you guys that this red candle was a great sign because that shows me that's how strong the bears were. The bears were not that strong at all. And then bulls just came through and shot through on higher volume than what the bears did. So this looks good. I'm hoping we get to 34 in the next few days, maybe by the end of the week. And if we, by the end of the week, engulf this entire red candle here, that is very strong, and we can easily see 40s in 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see though, because this is a lot of congestion here, but nonetheless, that it shows that we have strength coming back into these areas of resistance if we get the green to fully by Friday take out this level here, which I'm pretty sure it corresponds with this level here. So we just got to make sure, keep our eyes on this one. I already like it today. I almost sold a little bit, but it just was so strong right here. I think I'm gonna wait for tomorrow, and if we get a gap up tomorrow, and or just in the first 2 hours, a lot of buying pressure, I think that will be a good time for me to trim a little bit of the position. I am still fully in this one as well. China guys, Baba and Baidu did not go anywhere. Uh, that's not. I kind of combined both of them. Baba less. I'm what's the word I'm looking for? I'm less convinced of Baba. Baba's showing me a lot more weakness than Baidu. But the cool thing about Baba is already above all of its moving averages on the weekly. So I do still like it. We're just waiting for some deal to be struck, and China's gonna go through the roof, guys. That's how it's gonna go. Baidu is right here. They're same thing, but Baba just has two red, which doesn't look as nice as Baidu. But the thing with Baidu is under all these moving averages. So it's just kind of always it's kind of been dead in the water for a while, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Whereas Baba has been slowly gaining some traction. And now for the last one in this section is Pinduoduo, which we've already been selling. I was a buyer here, wrote it up here. So now we get a kind of a nasty red engulfing green, but our moving averages really haven't separated from the big daddy. So we still have a lot of room to the upside. I would like for it to come down here. So that's like what, 121? I would like for it to hit 121, and then that's when I will probably get back in for another shot up to that 132 area, which I really like. Even right now, though, 123 to 132 with a stop of 120 is probably not even a bad trade either. You got to always remember the risk before you take a trade. That is the most important part of trading. It's not how much money you can make, it's how much money can you lose and still sleep at night, okay, guys? That is the most important part of trading. The money will come once you take care of the other side of that, all right? I talked about hymns in last video as well. Hymns perfectly is playing out perfect. We got a nice green candle here with volume right in a key area between two key big moving average, a great zone to be a buyer on the weekly chart. If the week were to already close out like this, that would already be a good sign. But we have a few more days. Hopefully, it doesn't go back at all on us. But if the week were to close at these current levels, then we already got green taking over red near a key moving average, which is very important as it corresponds with the last push up where it had great support. So I like hymns. Hopefully, nothing bad happens or anything like that. But as of right now, it looks good. IBIT, guys. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. So we did pull down a little bit here, which is good. I was waiting for a chance to get back into IBIT, and I took my shot yesterday. I could have averaged in today. I did not do that. I did already kind of make a nice position here because I still maybe think we might get down to 60. It's possible, right? It's possible that we, for some reason, get some negative Bitcoin news or whatever, and we come down to this 60 range just because the people who really want to make sure when they get into it, they get these big swings. So why not bring it down to 60 just to punch in and ride it back up to 70, right? So I could see that being a case, but as you see here, we did definitely this area right here, which is kind of the 62 mark, has been a big resistance for weeks, and then we just broke out of it. So we're kind of here at that spot. So what was resistance could become support. So I like IBIT here as well because if we do get a crazy turnaround story on the Bitcoin and it just ramps up for the rest of the year, and we get alt season, yada yada, IBIT's the one you're going to want to be in. And also with that is Mara. I like Mara. Why do I like Mara? We've just been consolidating here from 15 to 6 to 16.5. We've just been consolidating in this area. A lot of price getting compressed here, right? Because we know Mara can get up to 20 and Mara can get down to 12. So the only thing I really don't like is the thicker white line is pointing downward. That is your bigger moving average, which will kind of push momentum downwards. The one thing I do like is that last week we actually took over one, two. We took over two, green candles or red candles with one green candle. But the important part is you see this moving average here? It's kind of like it caught it. Like the price jumped up, fell back down, but then gets caught. It gets like caught, which then this moving average, which is a shorter term moving average, will tend to push it back up into the larger moving average. Um, so we could see a nice push, and we already got a good candle today. Today was a nice, good day of green taking out red perfectly near a key moving average. So I like Mara, just like I said, with IBIT pulling down, and we just get this crazy rip for cryptocurrency in the near future, maybe on Thursday, right? Thursday, we get some more data, and maybe that data is going to hint to interest rate cuts, which then would send risky assets, which Bitcoin's not even a risky asset anymore at this point, but it would send Mara up because Mara would you would consider a risk asset. I already touched on NNE. This one, give it some time. This one, give it some time. But it looks good already. It looks really good from today. You got your moving average here. We were below it for a little bit, so that was good times to buy. And then now you get a nice green shoot above with also on the moving averages here for the weekly. If it were to close out like this, we already look very, very good for like, and look what happened last time it did this. Boom, green takes out red, green takes out red. Where has that happened recently in the last few weeks? It tried right here. It tried. Oh, it tried, but it failed. And then red kept going and taking over. So now, if we were to close the week out exactly where we are now, it would be very bullish for the weeks to come on OPFI. Same ordeal with, so now these two, I like PayPal. I've been liking PayPal. It's the next one. I would say PayPal is still in your uh it could be growth slash staples. I would say it's still growth though, because it doesn't have dividends, right? I think anything that has dividends is technically staple slash a stable stock. So PayPal though here has been hugging these down areas right here, and it's just kind of been trimming. But what we see now is these are higher lows, I believe. And as we kind of, what did I tell you about earlier? As we're above this moving average right here, it's a zone. So it's in this fenced zone. And what is it trying to do? It's trying to catch it. It's trying to hold it. This candle looks ugly, absolutely ugly. And the fact that we haven't gone halfway back above it is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. And you got this moving average just going down. I am in this already. I think this is one of my riskier plays for sure. I do still like it though. PayPal's not going to go anywhere. It's used all over, and they just have to say, oh, we're doing this with Bitcoin, doing this with cryptocurrency, blah blah blah, and and or with banks or whatever, and they're back in the game. So I do like PayPal here. It's been for the last few weeks just holding this 70, 67 to 70 range, which is pretty good. We just got to give that some more time to play out. And then for the guys who like slower stocks slash right now it's not slow, it's on fire, Pepsi. Pepsi looks really good. The fact that it pulled down a little bit here is perfect. This nice little pullback move is good. It's coming to this key moving average, which held it last time. Make note of that. It pushed under, kind of held. It's a zone, guys. This purple line is not a thin line. It's a zone. It's a rope that you can lean into and bounce off of. So it's leaning into this rope, then bounced off. Now we came back to that rope, and which is really good too, because if you think about it, we started this move like this, and if we were to cut it in half, we're in the middle of that move. And I say this all the time because that is just the perfect storm for a continuation of whatever this leg was which was started at 140. If we started it right now, what we got 140 up to 154, so that was 14. So 14 added on to the 145 maybe, because it came here to the 145. Add the 14 there, you get up here to what is that? 159. So we can see that. That would be cool to see it, which then it would correspond perfectly with 60. And 159 also would be perfect because it would correspond with this moving average here. That's kind of going down. So it would probably most likely hit it, get pushed back down, and the purple or the green would eventually catch it and shoot it back up. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If I was able to help you look at something, see the market a little bit different, or explain something to you that you've never heard of before, I would appreciate it if you guys would put a like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend or two. That would be greatly appreciated. Remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before you buy, sell, or hold any stock or options, commodity, crypto, yada yada. Well, that's it for this one. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.